Oh, well, before we've even gotten started, someone's been pushed off the dummy grid and the cart has literally become non-compliant. But here is your starting grid for Prix 95, the opening heat of the weekend. Looks to be one of the Tony karts, and, well, of course, the driver very much frustrated. Jimmy Fredlund Zipsen starts on pole position with Kasper Jeppesen alongside on the front row. Kim Stift Ibsen and Leif Sander Pedersen round out row number 2. Kim Engström and Giovanni Neri round out row 3. Mugens Makvad Internay rounds out 7th head of Paul Larsen with Henrik Andrink and Michael Edelhart rounding out the top 10. Sten Elka Ring, Ollie Andersen, Per Lankilde Lawson, Yannick Jorgensen and Mia Bach Pedersen round out the 15 strong. Mia did qualify a little bit higher, but there might have been a change post session. So looks like we're going to have 14 out of 15 starters in this one. Once again, 8 minutes, plus an additional lap of the 1,400 metre circuit here at Voyens. Wonderful part of Denmark, and of course, being based in the Essex countryside myself personally, always nice to come here to the Danish countryside, and also the fact that this is this circuit has charm, it has character, and 100cc racing very much entertaining as it always is. So there is one straggler at the back, but there is going to be a gap of where we just going to have a look. Not too sure who it is. However, they are going to send them around again. Race starter not happy with that, so the finger in the air saying, right, you're going round again. So one of the drivers, that is, right, so I just spotted Jimmy Fredlund Zipsen at the back end of the field. Should be on pole. So Jeppesen is going to pull it into pole position as, oh dearie me, how close do you want to chance it of trying to side your way through traffic? Well, Jimmy Fredlund Ibsen definitely obliged with that. So 14 out of 15 runners and riders. It looks to be towards the back end of the field that we have lost one of the karts earlier, which is coming into the hairpin section here at Voyens. So the driver's instructed to slow once again. They've got to be very, very careful with this race start. And then it's down to Fredslund Dipson and Jeppesen to control the pace on the front row. Rolling start, as it has been in karting for many, many a year, including modern day. And I'm wondering who it might be. Could have been, might have been Kim Stift Ibsen that might have been the kart that broke down. However, we go into the tram lines. Revs do start to rise now. And they're underway. And a good start by, Fredslund Ibsen looked like he was shot out of a cannon the minute he punched the throttle down. And leads the field in towards turns 3, and now into the infield. As I think there has been a move, possibly, let's see, Giovanni, 147. Henrik Ambrink up the inside of the number 40 of Michael Edelhart through turn 4. Giovanni Neri was looking rather racy behind Leif Sander Pedersen in the number 32. There's the top 4 trying to start mounting a little bit of a breakaway, but Fredslund Ibsen was shot out of a cannon off of the side of on the back and port side of a ship. The way just literally as soon as they went, yep, we're going to start accelerating, and Fredslund Ibsen just goes, yep, right, see you later, eat my dust. And he's got a lead, and it could be a comfortable one of at least half a second by the end of the opening lap. There is a time penalty going somebody's way, so it looks like the 3-second board has been handed out to somebody. think, yes, it was Kim Stift-Dipson that did not take the start. However, Jimmy Fredslund-Dipson has got a lead of nearly 9/10 of a second over Kasper Jeppesen. Leif Saddam Pedersen, Giovanni Neri, and Henrik Ambrink round out the top 5. Kim Engström last year, who was the winner in Prix 95, drops down to 6th place in between Ambrink and Edelhart. So 13 drivers took the start, rounded out by Yannick Jorgensen in the number 76. Kim Stift-Dipson and Per Lengilde Lausen not making the start, so that's a real shame for the pair of them. However, the battle between Jeppesen and Pedersen is very, very close indeed. A 10th.5, and Pedersen sets the fastest lap of the race on lap 2, 61.455. And Saddam Pedersen closing in on Jeppesen, might dive to the inside if he's lucky through the next left-hander at 4. Decides against it. And if they start battling away, this could bring Sweden's Henrik Ambrink in the 147 alongside for close company. And also maybe even Giovanni Neri. So this is going to be rather interesting over the course of the next 5 minutes. Because as we saw in the opening race, Jürgen Schauber being closed in on by Jan van Andel from the Netherlands. And still the battle for second wages on. So, right, Jimmy Fredslund-Dipson has got a 3-second time penalty, or a penalty, possibly for a start infringement, I would imagine. So that would put the number 100, well, that's put him 4th at the minute as things stand. That's even though you might see the timing saying that Jimmy Fredslund-Dipson is leading the way, but Jimmy Fredslund-Dipson could start making out a bigger gap, and if that does happen, well, it's 1.2 seconds. So the thing is, Fredslund-Dipson needs to be another, probably 1.8 in front of Leif Saddam Pedersen to sort of discount the penalty. So also some good progress by Mia Bach-Pedersen in the number 4 Techno entry. She's moved up from towards the back end of the grid and is currently sitting in 9th behind Mogens Magvad Inthanai. And, well, Mia's got a little bit of time to find. More to the point, about 4.1 seconds. So the thing is now is that, well, Jimmy Fredslund-Dipson still showing on the front end, as showing as the leader in the race at the moment, ahead of Kasper Jeppesen. Leif Saddam Pedersen in 2nd. Giovanni well, let's put it this way. Jimmy Fredslund-Dipson is leading on the road ahead of Kasper Jeppesen. Leif Saddam Pedersen, Giovanni Neri, Henrik Ambrink has just put in the fastest lap of the race, a 1:08.850. 16 thousandths by Fredslund-Dipson. And Mia Pedersen, she's now moved past Stine Erkjaring and now has gotten up into 8th and is putting in personal bests after personal bests. We're now coming down to the last 1 minute and 50 seconds, still remaining on the timer. Well, the more important thing is, Well, Kim Engström is now firing on all 100 cc's of displacement. There's Paul Larsen going through turn 2 and into 3. But Kasper Jeppesen coming under close salvo fire from Leif Søren Pedersen. Just behind them, Giovanni Neri has the likes of Henrik Ambrink and Kim Engström for close company. So that won't be decided in a flash. That will be decided right at the death, to be honest with you. As there is a change through into the right-hander before the hairpin sections. Oh, we've had one spin around at the penultimate hairpin, and that could have been a back axle possibly seizing due to an engine issue. But with 48 seconds to go, as this is a bit dicey, trying to go around the outside. Leif Søren Pedersen, who was fractionally ahead of Kasper Jeppesen, and now he's going to try up the inside through turn 3, gets the job done. Now this is bringing Henrik Ambrink into play, the 147. And this is a very, very close proximity battle between this trio. So it looks like we have had a couple of drivers fall a little bit by the wayside. Oh, dearie me, nearly into the next right-hander into the hairpin section. There's a couple of other drivers, and well, that'll be Ambrink versus Jeppesen, I believe. So 147 against 12. And that is for third place on the road, because Jimmy Fredslund Dipson has pulled away to a comfortable margin. And the final lap is underway. Here comes Ambrink looking towards the inside of Jeppesen into turn 1. Dives up the inside, gets through, neat and tidy. And still this banner wages on. Whilst this is all happening, Jimmy Fredslund Ibsen has a 4.2 second advantage ahead of Leif Søren Pedersen. Now it's Henrik Ambrink in P3, sorry. But we're coming down into the final few moments of the race. Giovanni Neri out on lap 7. Looks like Yannick Jorgensen has also retired in the number 76. But it is going to be out of the final corner. Jimmy Fredslund Ibsen gets the checkered and wins the race after 9 laps. Second, it's Leif Søren Pedersen. Henrik Ambrink takes third. Kasper Jeppesen and Kim Engström round out the top 5. Paul Larsen, Mia Bach-Pedersen. Great work by the young lady in the number 4. She's moved from the back end of the grid to finish 7th after those laps. We're just waiting for a couple of other drivers still to cross the line to take the checkered flag. So, Steen Elkjaring in 8th. And I think we're also just waiting for Ole Andersen in the number 61 and Yannick Jorgensen. So, across the line, Ole Andersen takes 9th. And just waiting to see. There's going to be a little bit of clear up operation, I'm sure. We haven't seen Yannick Jorgensen come through. Oh, there is Yannick Jorgensen. Rounds out the top 10. Giovanni Neri out on lap 6, there by 11th. Magnus Makvad Intanai in 12th, ahead of Michael Edelhart, who was out after the opening couple of laps. Unfortunately, Kim Stift Ibsen and Per Lenkil de Lausen, unfortunately, not even making it to the start.